Hey guys, welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable. I'm Mr. Harmony Devland. We are here in Honolulu. Honolulu? Yes, Honolulu. I was happened to be out here on vacation and came across an amazing piece of equipment that goes right along with our podcast. So Iceman got on the phone with him and said, "Hey, came across this Genesis Systems. It makes water out of air, and it's easy, small." And he was like, "What? Like, what?" And then so I said, "Yes, you can make water out of air." And so he was like, "All right, let me see." So we did all this stuff. So I decided to invite them and interview them for a little podcast. We're going to set up another podcast eventually, but I wanted to make sure I got a chance to talk to them today. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves and say who they are and what they bring to the table for Genesis Systems. We'll start here.
My name is Jonathan Marahad. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Genesis Systems. I have a background in engineering, so I kind of have that mechanical expertise when it comes to what we're doing.
Nice, nice. We'll get more into that. Now we're going to go to the co-founder, and so we're going to let her introduce herself.
I'm Shannon Stuckenberg, co-founder and CEO of Genesis.
Nice. Okay, so I will start with some minor questions. We're not going to get too in depth. We'll get a little bit deeper in our other podcast. So, what was your inspiration for starting this? And then, if you can, actually, I'm going to rewind. I'm going to go to the technical side. So, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to ask you a little bit more of the technical side and how it works and what you guys have been able to put together.
So you're looking at actually a machine that makes 10 gallons of water per day from here. That's our rating at 80 Fahrenheit, 60% humidity. So actually in Hawaii, we're a bit higher than that, so we've been making a lot more water than that. The water inside of the machine goes through 3 stages of filtration to make sure that it's safe for drinking. So it goes through a sediment filter, it goes through a UV filter to kill any bacteria in the water, and then it goes through a mineralization filter to add minerals back to the water to make sure it's good for drinking.
So now we've got a little bit of the technical side. So now the inspiration behind it and a little bit background of a little bit of history of you guys.
Yeah, great. So we started off with a mindset of how can we do better for humanity. And out of that, one of the co-founders was actually flying over Dubai and looked down and saw the last dog was poured out onto the ground. And so, well, Genesis, spun out of that. How can we solve a great big problem? And that was how to make sustainable water.
Exactly. So I was able to look at the information, look at the actual water, and drink it, and it is amazing. Iceman and I were extremely thrown back on how small and portable it is. The idea that Iceman had was it would be a perfect bunker device. So he was thinking he could put this device outside the bunker, have a train coming through a pipe, and then having the filtration on the inside. And it was a great way to introduce this product to the bunker world. So we are going to kind of pivot a little bit. And what are you, just really quick, what are the future plans of this device, and how much larger are we looking to go with as far as the...
Yeah, so I mean, I think the application that you're mentioning is very interesting. We've looked at that. We've also looked at pretty much everywhere that water touches, which is pretty much everything. So we've looked at, I'd say big scale, we're looking at data centers right now because data centers are a rising market, especially with artificial intelligence. They need a lot of water, and we think we can provide that water. But we go down to the very small scales as well. So, like you're seeing our machine that can go on the back of a vehicle, we're looking at putting them on boats as well. Because boats right now use desalination, but sometimes that water can be contaminated or it doesn't taste as good as our water would. So there's a bunch of versatility there. Pretty much everywhere that water touches, we're trying to make it.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up today. Thank you guys for joining me. We're going to do another interview with them. I'm going to contact them, and we're going to set up a cool interview. So I want to thank you guys for joining us here at Tri Virtual Roundtable. Look up their information. We'll put all of this information down in our notes, and we'll let you guys know everything about it. Thanks, guys.